Hello everyone, I am back with a second video to show you some of the progress that I've been making on my Surface Pro. My original video had a dual boot on this device, split between Windows 8 and Mac OS X. However, I had some issues with that build that I mentioned in the comments originally. The biggest gripe that I had was that graphics were not fully supported. While resolution was 100% supported, there was no graphics processing power behind it at all, and it would frequently lock up or display some kind of glitchiness on the screen if anything graphical needed to be done. So one of the things I thought was that if I would install a vanilla version of OS X, for those of you who don't know, vanilla means just using nothing more than the real OS X installation disk, that I would be able to get everything going and working correctly. Let me just see if I can turn this on here. And so what I'm going to be showing you today is not a dual boot, but at this time it is only a single boot into OS X. However, this is a purely vanilla install, and I was really surprised at how much of this worked out of the box, resolution and graphics being the key thing that worked right out of the box. So we'll give the bootloader a second to come up here. And so you can see, if you look at comparisons between my last video here, things look a little bit different. We have a nice little updated Clover bootloader here. I'm just going to need to go into my options, into my graphics conjecture menu here, just to change a setting to get it to boot. I haven't had time to patch the config file yet, but I'll get to that. So let's just go ahead and boot OS X. So again, as with my previous video, the boot time here is pretty darn fast. It should be ready for us in just a second. Okay, and now I can get myself logged in here. So as before, I have everything working on here that I did. Go over here, volume rockers. I'm not sure if that audio will come through or not. Audio is working. Let me see if I can get this in here this time. Let's see, maybe not. There we go. Perfect. So there you can see my battery indicator there. It actually is working. So if I go ahead and unplug this, and it'll take a second or two to realize that I've unplugged it from the wall. Now you can see we're on power source battery. It's calculating time remaining. As I did last time, let me just go ahead here and open up Safari. Loading full web pages, everything works really nicely. Let's go to website here. Oops. Alright, so here's a full-blown web page here, which is nice. In addition, one thing that wasn't fully working last time was the front-facing cameras, because that requires some pretty significant GPU stuff. So if I exit out of here now, you can see me kind of waving. I know it's a little bit light, but cameras are completely working. And also, to show off the GPU acceleration, I'm going to do two things. First, Launchpad opens right up, no hesitation. And actually, while I'm at this, I might as well detail about this Mac here. We can see that the Mac can detect 1.7 gigahertz, 4 gigs of memory, and the main difference here is right where where my cursor's at right now, where it says graphics. In my previous install, the Intel HD graphics was registered, but instead of being 384 megabytes, it was 64 megabytes, and that was no good. So finally, to demonstrate the power of the GPU, I have a trailer here for Iron Man 3 that I can fast forward to. It has some really nice HD. So this is 1080p video running perfectly. That'll probably come across blurry, but A great example of both video and audio running really well on here. Now I have gotten some messages asking about iMessage and iCloud. As of this time, even with this Clover install, I have been unable to get iMessage or Facetime working. iCloud's still kind of up in the air. It seems to at least sync my iCloud email, but obviously none of my other iCloud information is working. So that's it. I have this build running. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do an install video or not. I'm kind of satisfied that I got this working once. I'm not quite sure if I want to tear it all up again to make a video. But most likely tomorrow afternoon I will be trying to post a very detailed guide of how I did this, along with all of the appropriate program installers and everything like that that you might need to get this running on your own system. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them for me, and I will try to get back to you as quickly as possible. So I hope you guys like this, and hopefully my instructions that I'm going to put out there, as well as the drivers, will be enough to get all of you with Surface Pros running OS X, if that's what you're into. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone.